These 2025 pension updates could impact your retirement plans in a big way.
Here is everything you need to know about the 3 retirement benefits that you can get in Canada.
That deposit you were expecting this summer, it might look a little different. Bigger, perhaps, depending on your age or income, or delayed by a few days. But behind every line on your bank statement is a deeper policy shift, and the Canada Revenue Agency is not slowing down. A summer of deposits. From rising monthly pensions to grocery rebates that quietly landed in July, Canada's safety net programs, Canada Pension Plan, Old Age Security, and Guaranteed Income Supplement have all undergone changes this summer. And whether you're a senior, a new retiree, or part of a low-income family, these changes matter now more than ever. The federal government rolled out a wave of payments in July 2025, with specific updates to both schedules and amounts. For many, the biggest movement came from CPP, OAS, and GIS Canada's core trio of financial support for seniors and lower-income citizens. If you're collecting OAS or GIS, you may have noticed your payment came through on July 26th or July 29th, depending on processing. CPP recipients were also paid out on July 29, 2025. And earlier in the month, 2 additional credits, GST, HST, and grocery rebate, were deposited on July 4th and July 5th, respectively. But it's not just the timing that's changed. The amounts, too, saw significant adjustments driven by inflation indexing and program reform. And that's only the beginning. Canada's pension strategy evolves. The Canada Pension Plan has shifted from a basic monthly retirement payout to a more complex tiered system, reflective of how much and how long someone has contributed. In July 2025, new CPP recipients received the following. Those under age 65 received $535.11, while existing beneficiaries saw as much as $770.88. Canadians over 65 received $323.59 if newly enrolled, or $859.80 for longtime beneficiaries. Also included this summer were post-retirement disability benefits, now paid at $598.49 for new applicants and $698.49 for returning ones. These benefits act as a secondary layer of support for those no longer able to work due to health complications after retirement, often overlooked, but now more important than ever. CPP's updated framework also emphasizes rewarding long-term contributors. The more you've paid in, the more you'll receive not just in monthly benefits, but in flexibility for when and how you claim. This is a clear signal. Those who worked longer and earned more will experience more robust retirement income. OAS increases. Perhaps the most talked about update of the summer is the adjustment in old age security payments. Canadians aged 65 to 74 are now receiving $727.67 monthly. But the real jump comes after your 75th birthday, when payments rise to $800.44 per month. This differential was introduced to combat rising living costs for the aging population, especially those dealing with medical expenses and housing challenges that grow sharper with age. It marks a federal shift toward tiered retirement support, rewarding longevity with better income security. The two-age system is also a quiet nod to increasing life expectancy. With many Canadians living well into their 80s and 90s, policymakers are under pressure to prevent poverty among older seniors. This payment jump is just one step toward that goal. GIS, up to $1,086.88 a month, but only if you qualify. The Guaranteed Income Supplement continues to serve as a safety net for low-income seniors, especially those without a full CPP pension. But qualifying isn't as straightforward as checking your age. If you're single, divorced, or widowed, and your annual income is under $22,056, you could now receive up to $1,086.88 per month. If you're living with a spouse or partner, the GIS rate depends heavily on their income and whether they receive OAS or the allowance. With a partner receiving full OAS and a combined income below $29,136, GIS pays $654.23. If your spouse is receiving the allowance and income is below $40,800, the amount is still $654.23. If your partner doesn't receive either OAS or the allowance, but your combined income is under $52,848, you're eligible for the maximum $1,086.88. The message from CRA is clear. GIS remains one of the most critical tools to fight senior poverty, but its complexity means many may still be missing out. If you're unsure about your eligibility, now is the time to double-check through the official portal. Eligibility nuances. You shouldn't ignore. It's easy to assume these programs are automatic, but they're not. Even if you meet the age requirement for OAS or CPP, you must apply. And for GIS, it's not just age. It's your income, your marital status, and even your partner's benefits that determine what you'll receive. What if you're separated or divorced? You may still qualify for GIS or grocery rebates, and possibly at higher amounts. Children, disabilities, and other life circumstances can also shape what lands in your account. For many, these benefits are layered. One doesn't exclude the other. You can receive CPP and OAS, plus GIS and GST credits, depending on your situation. But no, you can't receive all benefits simultaneously without meeting all individual criteria. Looking ahead, is a $1,000 stimulus check coming? There's buzz in Ottawa about a $1,000 stimulus dollar check later this year. The details remain unconfirmed, but insiders suggest it's aimed at addressing inflation pressures still felt by working class and fixed income Canadians. For now, it's one to watch. Subscribe to CRA alerts or check your account regularly. These announcements often drop fast, with little notice. Your next step. If you've received your July 2025 payments, what did you think? Were the amounts enough? Let us know in the comments. And if your payment was delayed or missing, don't wait. Log into your CRA account or call their support line directly. This summer's changes to CPP, OAS, and GIS represent more than just numbers. They reveal how Canada is rethinking retirement, inflation support, and poverty reduction. These benefits, though structured and regulated, are lifelines for millions. And as living costs rise, staying informed is your first line of defense.